Hello, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. So what I was talking about before in the last part is I was looking at the merchandise for the game on the store, and they have like little keychains of like, you know, the little things, and I was actually like considering getting them, you know, because they're fucking adorable. And then I realized, holy shit, this is 30 bucks for just like one of them. And that's when I found out that like all of these, like that's standard. That's standard for those types of things. That's expensive. And I've seen people have these. That's a lot of money. I mean, I guess if you really like it, but like shit. That's just a little too steep for me. I mean, I've bought more expensive things, sure, but I mean, just for something like that? Maybe someday, but not today. I really like them though. That store has a lot of interesting stuff. Or the online store for the game. They got like posters and stuff too. It's all really neat looking. What else was I thinking about? Oh yeah, also I downloaded a game that I might make videos of soon. Because every now and again I check the Twitter, like Dan Stilvato's Twitter and the little Monix one. Because every now and again there's an update on there and it's fun to look at. But on Dan's Twitter there was a game that just appeared out of the Steam store and he made a tweet about it, so I went and downloaded it since it was free. So I might do something on that eventually. Anyways, let's see. Ah, fucking Netsiki. If you don't know the word, that's how you know it is for Yuri. Oh, what? That was a long word. How dare you take that? Ooh, secretive. Intellectual. I want suicide to appear again. I want that to happen. Because I want to test that thing. Heaven sent. Capable. Ambient. Philosophy. Vitality. And incongruent. There we are. I'm looking forward to doing the run of the game where I go back and look at all the secrets. And I think the video I'm looking most forward to making is the one where I'm just in the room with Monica and I just kind of, you know, let the recording run and just listen to all the options, or not options, but all the things she has to say and stuff, because that'll be interesting. If I remember, there's a video someone made where it was just like 10 hours of that. It's like, it might be a bit unnecessary for me to make that, but I want to do it just for me, you know, to experience it too. And that's an important thing about a lot of this, is, you know, if I'm doing something I want to do, I might as well share it with other people as well, you know? Wait, what the hell are those? It's like little things on the desk. What's supposed to go there? I've never seen that before, ever. And the person who made the backgrounds for these games is really talented. They look nice. I always wondered how people make like actual, like, nice looking art like this. Because it's gotta be really hard, right? I don't know. It'd be amazing if I could do something like this one day. But I doubt I can. I'm really bad at making art in general. I mean, that's just because I have really bad handwriting, and it does not translate well to drawing at all. But I have hopes for like making art digital wise, as you know, you can use tools and such. You don't have to just use, you know, cursors and all that. Anyways, another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. You know what? Skip function. Just a smack real quick. Take a sip of Coke. I don't know about you, but I like Pepsi more than Coke. I mean, I love both of them, but I don't know. The taste of Pepsi is just a little bit more refreshing to me. Plus, I like the colors of the can. I usually blah blah blah. Yep, and then alright. Hey, Yuri. Eh? I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that I can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. Everybody is going in and out of the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodic. See, I still don't know how to say that. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Whoa, this is different from the glitch run where I didn't walk with her as she was cutting herself. Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't? Shut up! You're cock-blocking us, Monica. That's... Monica, please... Oh! Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me this... Oh, shit. Do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Octile in club activities? Exclamation point. My mouth... my mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Let's go, Octile. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Holy shit! Dude. What's in the hallway? She suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. That's not the right way of handling that. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. What the fuck is that? What are those? I mean, that's true, but like she was just kind of. I mean, I don't know. That just seemed like a really unnecessary response. It didn't really seem like she had ill intent. I mean, it is kind of a one-person job. I think she might have just been poking a little fun at it. Man. Octile. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because you're a big titty emoji. Nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Octile, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah? Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Octile, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 Jesus Christ. That's hot. That's really hot. Are you supposed to drink tea hot, like coffee? I mean, like, I know it's not going to be cold, and I mean, I'm sure there's some teas you drink cold, but I thought it would be warm. Well, I guess you have to let it cool, right? Or do you actually drink tea hot? I kind of thought tea was a room temperature drink. I don't know why. Yeah, there's some people who won't drink water room temperature, like it has to be cold. Like, the only time I won't drink water if it's like actually hot. I don't really care about room temp water. It's weird people that won't drink room temp water. I mean, it's just room temp. I mean, that's what I always drink. Room temperature water. It's nice. What was I... What the fuck am I saying? What is any of this? Let me check the history real quick. Okay. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? Hoo-hoo. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Octile. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Octile, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. See, I was talking about that. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? Wonder why that is. So it's likely because we talked about this. It's such a shame. Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. Retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate there as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading posture position as last time, and each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. We can't see too well. Exclamation point. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her tense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. Just a minute, my phone lit up. I don't care about these emails. Okay. I apologize. Use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening up the wrapper. Damn it, the word up isn't there. These sentences are not how I speak. You can have as much as you want. Oh, that's okay. I won't take any. Huh? Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Whoa. Look at the scenic dust. I really like her eyes. Her eyes look really nice in this scene. Okay. Cracking the knuckles. Still have a couple I haven't cracked. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. I then take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Octile. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Oh, that's... well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? Because that's what friends do. That's what friends do. I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then, you don't need to stop. Holy shit. So many of these scenes is just sexual tension. It might not even be like sexual, it might just be tension, but fuck. I mean, it's just... oh my god. I'm not wrong in saying, because like, the whole Natsuki date thing when he's got her pinned down and shit. I mean, what would you call that? I mean, if the tension wasn't sexual, what would it be? I mean, I'm not wrong in saying that, right? I mean, I'm not the only one thinking that, right? You don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. You see, even he thinks it's gotten tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by his expression that even she can't focus now. I have to be a bit more secretive about recording this here game. But I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between... See, why? Why while I'm doing this fucking part? I can't explain this to people. This is bullshit. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. Oh, they could. Oh my god. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. Oh my fucking Christ. Oh my Jesus Christ. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. greatest thing ever. That is the greatest fucking. The cockblock Monica to the fucking rescue. Oh my god, that transition. That's so great. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Octile, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. Spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. We pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily come up without so much as a word between us. Get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Alright. Okay, so... we made the poem, and I'm losing... I can't use the time anymore because I've been stopping the recording and doing stuff in between. Alright. Go to Yuri first. Let's see what you've written for today. Ooh, dots. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Octile. This one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? I think my favorite meme of this game so far is the one where he hands them the poems and it's just the words. Like, oh no, wrong button. Where it's just the words, where like it'll just say like happy, cut and congruent, like all that stuff. I fucking love that so much. Alright. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. Really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hand appears. His palms are sweaty, knees weak. Arms are heavy. There's vomit on her sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer her... So I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid. Or inane if you want to use that word, because that works too. But seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh? Even your close friends? She has none. Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Alright, we already know the raccoon one. Pavlovian conditioning and such. It's a little more daring. Okay, hold on. I think we can skip. Yep. Okay. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. People would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Octile? Well, yeah, guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Octile. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. But that's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now, I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Alright, this should be interesting. How is she gonna react? Because we alienated the fuck out of her. I'm wondering if this will be like Yuri, where this route's shut off completely. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. Huh? What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stops short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. Huh? You're not trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this angsty. You're digging your own grave. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean... I mean... Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. It's okay. In a past life, you understood. Oh, this is interesting. I think so far, the Sayori route seems to be the one that was meant for the game. The Natsuki route's the one I enjoyed the most, but the Yuri one has like the best reactions by far. I don't despise Yuri as much as I did before. I have a better understanding of her appeal. Ooh, I like this one, Octile. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. Hehehe. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. That's just why I go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure if that's exactly how it works. Then again, conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh, why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. I think we've read this. Yeah, we've... Wait. I can't use the skip function, so we haven't. God damn it! I could have. Oh wait. No. We can't use the skip function because we haven't seen it this time around. We've seen this in the Natsuki route, which has been wiped clean. This is just dialogue we didn't see in the Sayori run. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Man, now I'm out of Coke. I hate it. It was like really sunny and stuff, so I didn't need my lights on. But now it's hit too far in the evening, and now it's dark out, so now I have to turn my lights on. And it sucks. Because like the whole mood of the room changes. Like when you got the like natural sunlight coming in, you know, around like 10, 12 o'clock, you know, it's really nice looking. It just puts you in a good mood. Then as it gets darker, it just, the mood changes, and like you notice it, and then you have to turn on the lights. And I don't like it. So you turn on the lights, and it just doesn't have the same mood as like the sunlight coming in. It's too yellow. I gotta remember, because if you leave the lights on, then as the day transitions, when the sunlight goes away, you don't notice it. It just stays well lit. Man, it was just a mood dampener until I forget about it. A sad poem can help make the rain cloud a little damn it, Sayori. Battle. Oh, bottles. Yeah, we know this. Map! Oh yeah, if we do the right click thing. Surprised it doesn't tell you that you can do that. Guess we gotta show it to Monica. Or she's gonna talk about the Yuri thing. Skip. Alright, this one's good. Oh no! Alright, we're back with Doki Doki. Let's continue right where we left off. Feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers. I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. It just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Whoa, wasn't expecting that. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Skip button. Okay, she's back. Oh wait, no, that hasn't happened yet in this run. Thought we already got to a depressed stage, Sayori, but I guess we haven't. Oh. I would walk home with Yuri, girl. So this is a decision we haven't seen before. We've done Natsuki and we've done Sayori. But we haven't picked the Yuri one, even though it showed up. I would walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. That'd suck for Sayori. Being completely out of her league. So, I mean, unlike Natsuki, like, Sayori's like this weird middle ground as far as, like, between Yuri and Natsuki, in my opinion. The only thing she really has going for her is her whole childhood background. Because if she was just... I mean, think of it like this. If there wasn't any history between the main character and such, and people playing this didn't know about anything, and we just met her out of the blue like Natsuki and Yuri, I'm wondering how popular she would actually be. Because, I mean, she is kind of like a weird middle ground between the two, as far as the poems and everything, and personality-wise, too, in a sense. Because, like, I don't know. They say Natsuki's like the really assertive one, but she's not really so much assertive. She's tsundere. And Yuri's really timid most of the time. It's pretty rare that she's actually assertive. And she can be much worse than Natsuki, as we've seen in the glitch run. And also, I don't know. Like, describing it's weird, but that's just the way I feel. That's the impression I've gotten. And just the fact that I have that impression alone means there's got to be something there to support it, and I just can't fucking think of it. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Oh, it's starting. Need you. Sayori. Can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. Oh, next time I see Monica, I gotta bring something up about how she looks. It was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. You can't just lie to her. If there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. But that's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Alright, lads. It's time for our third and final poem. Pretty sure there's only 3 poems. Do, 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 do. Damn, I actually legit spaced out for a moment there when I was doing the stupid singing thing. Fuck. Suicide hasn't appeared again. I've been keeping an eye out for it, but it just hasn't appeared. It only appeared that one time, and it was for Yuri. thought for sure. There we are. Oh man, the skip button. Gotta love that skip button. Wait, should I have ended the part? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Oh, I have no way of telling. I would have to go back and look at the recordings. Because I think I was supposed to... Okay, let's think. Were we looking at poems? Yes, we were looking at the poems. So yeah, I should have ended the part. That's what happens when you fucking come back after like 5 hours. Okay. So, we'll see what's going on in the next part of Doki Doki, because I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to end the part.